Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Wild Chats, your home for everything animals. I'm Ryan. That is Maria. Mar, have you ever let Peeps operate a moving vehicle? Did you like put her on your lap while you're in the car, like a parent would do to a child, or like throw her in? Like, has Peeps ever driven anything?
She has fake driven my car. Yes, she has.
Okay. Okay.
I think everybody who owns a dog has put them in their lap and fake that they're driving. I'm sure. I'm sure that's the case.
Gotcha. Did your parents ever do that with you when you were a kid?
I am sure my uncles did,
Okay, but you can't
but I
recall.
do have a backseat driver. You probably just saw her a second
She just, yeah,
or a
her pin's gonna
segment.
be. Yeah, Maria redid her office, as you guys can tell. We took a couple days off. We a few days off, and it feels like I haven't done this forever. So if it's bumpy, guys, I'm still getting my sea legs back here. Um, but Peeps' bed's now in the corner, so we can all see, what she's up to if she decides to relax over there. Yeah, my dad used to do it. I remember like driving down the street to our house, and he would throw me in his lap, and I could, pretend to drive and stuff. But that was also before they had all the fun cars. Now they got like vehicles that look like the real vehicles, and kids are driving them. Like things have come away since then. But it's not just us that can drive, Maria. There are animals that can actually drive, not like fake
Okay.
put them in your lap, go. So I saw a video, and it kind of inspired what we're gonna see today. So
Okay.
we're gonna start off with probably an obvious choice. I mean, if you were gonna pick an animal that you were like, this animal could probably operate a vehicle, Mar, what animals would be on your list?
Well, I've seen videos of bears trying to drive and crashing, so I wouldn't say a bear will be
Okay.
a really good choice. I would actually think any of the apes.
Ah, one of the apes. She got it right off the bat. I knew she would. I knew she would get it. And this isn't him faking it. This guy's actually driving. This is not him faking it or some like behind the scenes stuff. Apparently his name is Rambo, and he's from Dubai, and he's known for driving around this golf course. And he does it so casually and comfortably with his arm up there, just resting at the top.
He's having a good time.
But he
He
looks a
doesn't
little
look
goofy.
straight into the he drives sideways, like on his vision is sideways.
Uh-huh. But he reminds me of like some security guards and stuff. He's just got that like look on his face, like he's scanning for something. He looks slightly
Yeah.
grumpy. Like, who's doing something wrong around here? Who?
He does
Who?
have that security guard. What's up going on? Look at
Uh-huh.
him.
He's driving. Yes, this is not
He's
like
driving.
yes. The fun thing is
Rambo. Oh
what
my
makes
gosh, he's the most adorable one I've seen. Oh,
and what makes it possible is, orangutans have those opposable thumbs, but he also has them on his feet. So technically, he could have been driving with his feet if he really wanted to.
that would have been awesome. Although it would have been kind of hard for him to stretch one leg to apply the brakes
I
and
don't
the
know. He was
acceleration.
pretty like chill, comfortable there. I think he could have pulled it off somehow. That guy just made it look cool. I mean, there's certain people that can drive and look cool. I think that guy could have done it with his feet and still pulled it off. He
This
kind of
dude was the chillest of all the drivers I probably have ever seen, and the confidence. Like if you look at his
yeah.
face, there is such confidence in what he's doing.
Hmm.
I'm very impressed with this guy.
But they're super smart. So it's like they're super smart and they got the opposable thumbs. Now this isn't driving, but it is driving the zookeepers crazy. So I'm gonna tell a little story. Um, so at Henry Dorley Zoo in Nebraska, there's actually an orangutan named, yes, Fu Manchu. Perfect orangutan name in my book, Fu Manchu. And he kept escaping his cage, and they couldn't figure out how he was doing it. And he had fashioned basically a key out of a piece of wire and was able to like pick the lock. So every time he'd get out, they would like frisk him to figure out if he had something on him to help him get out. They would look by the cage where, if you were to unlock it and then like drop whatever you used, it would be there. They couldn't find anything. And basically he was hiding the key that he had created in his mouth. So he would just pocket it in his mouth. And you guessed that, didn't you? I saw you point to your mouth right as I said it.
Because you said Fresca, and I'm thinking he's that smart. They're not
Uh-huh.
gonna be opening his mouth like nobody in the right mind is going to stick their hands on a critter if you don't have to.
Yes. Yeah. So I had to share the story. It was opposable thumbs. It was intelligence. I felt like it keyed into driving. Now, if you were to pick an animal
into driving,
see, you got what I did there. Maria got it. I don't know who else got that, but
well, now you did.
So if you were to think of one of the least likely animals to operate a moving vehicle, who would you pick?
The least likely of all times would be a snake.
A snake.
I could not imagine a snake and then with the other end accelerating. Like that just seems completely impossible.
Okay. All right. That would be pretty difficult. No opposable
Or a fish
feet or anything. Oh, she got it. But fish can drive, Maria. They can drive.
They can. Are you basically serious?
They have a sensor on this thing, so when he goes to certain parts of the tank, it goes in that direction. The sensor reads his movement, and it goes in that direction, so he can literally drive this vehicle that they've created full of sensors.
No, I cannot believe this.
Yes, the fish can drive.
That is so absolutely neat.
And it's got that little sensor at the top, so you can see that. And I think there's sensors on the side too.
Yeah, you're right. You can definitely see it.
What's that?
You can definitely see it.
Yeah, super cool. I love it. The shot. He's like, I'm going to enter the shot. Wait, what's going on here? I don't know what this is. Wait, is that? Hold on. That's a fish. That's a. Whoever filmed this, kudos to you, sir. I love the reveal, the dramatic entrance, the what's going on here, and then you break it down. Props to whoever did that. I definitely give you credit.
I love that. And when I said a snake, there was actually a video I watched a couple of weeks ago of you know how they make wheels for puppies who have mobility issues or kitties or other animals. They make they add on to their needs. So like elephants, they add an extra piece if they're missing part of their leg. But there was one video that I was watching where they actually made a long tube and put wheels so the snake can actually ride.
Really? Like a skateboard for a snake kind of thing.
Yeah. So
that's pretty cute. That's pretty cute. So I think you know one of these, but so there, you wouldn't think that a fish could drive a car, but fish actually walk also. And I know over on Undiscovered Worlds, when you were doing that show as a list show, you had talked about the walking batfish. And do you remember much about it? It was a long time
ago. Are you talking about the one with the red lips that kind of seems like they're walking? They're from Peru. Yeah. They look like they're walking with stilts. That's like as much as I remember. And I know they're from the area of Peru and they're different species. Some of them have really red lips. Others are more like pinkish, but they do look really peculiar because they do look like they're walking.
And they actually do walk. So like their pectoral muscles and stuff, they're built up because they're ground fish. They'll literally walk on the bottom and they use their fins to do it. And I'm like, okay, well, if a fish can drive, could a fish walk? Because I thought of that animal. And then I started doing some research. If you guys know, we've been doing the animal facts stuff on this channel. So when I have a question, I'm getting into the researchy mode. I actually found a fish that not only walks on the bottom of like it within the water, it walks on land.
Yes.
Not only does it walk on land, it can stay out of the water for up to 2 days. And they're called mudskippers.
Yep.
And they can basically walk on land and they breathe air, but they don't have lungs. So this is how they're able to stay on land. There's like a membrane. So they take in air and then the membrane somehow extracts the oxygen. And then they gulp air and then the membrane takes it and absorbs it. So they can use the same strategy in water that the membrane is able to extract the oxygen, but that's how they're able to stay out of the water. So,
they're very invasive species in the U.S.
Yes. But I just thought that was cool. I'm like, not only can they drive, they can walk. They're a lot more impressive animals than I thought.
Yes.
But then sometimes, like we were talking about, you have these realistic looking vehicles these days, Maria. And sometimes it's just fun to drive your own animal around, but sometimes they don't.
Oh, no. I love how the girl gets so concerned, or so concerned and goes.
I like how whoever's in charge of it's like, I'm just gonna power over her. I'm just gonna keep hitting the gas until this thing works or falls over. One of the two.
But the funny thing is, they're all doing it. Like she's waiting for him to do it, or whomever is managing. But the poor dog, and she's like,
I'm good. I'm good.
"Oh, poor puppy. Oh,
Yes.
poor puppy."
But the cool thing
Adorable.
if you guys know like Hollywood movies, stuff like that, they have animals that they train to do. They're basically they're set animals. I mean, you can get wild animals like bears and stuff, and you need them for certain scenes and interactions and stuff. So there's specifically trained animals to do stuff. This next clip is a dog being trained for an upcoming commercial. So if you it's a little bit of a behind the scenes peek at how they train this dog to drive a car for this upcoming commercial. So he's got his full setup and his trainer, and then they work on all the commands. And this is where all of his controls are going to be in the vehicle. This is for an actual commercial. He will be in an actual car.
What an adorable, and you can see how he's listening to her commands. Like he is committed to this situation.
And then they're able to get him. But I thought that was cool. It's rare that you get to see the behind the scenes setups of how some of this stuff goes. And then she's got.
Love it.
So
I love that. And then somebody grabs the thing and starts like once he sits down.
Yep.
Somebody drags. You can see they have the leverage. You're gonna lift it up in just about a second.
Yeah, he's on a cart is basically all it is. It's just like a red wagon basically without the sides, and they're just pulling him as he goes.
That is pretty neat.
Not the same dog, but I can't show you behind the scenes and then not show you kind of a result. Though this isn't
okay. Yes.
We gotta have the follow through. I don't want to leave you guys hanging, but I think this guy might even be more impressive. I like how they have the doors padded. He hits the start button. He's ready to go. Look at this. Look, he's got the full setup.
This is so impressive.
I love the padded handle, and he's actually driving. This guy's not he's not faking it. He's got to hit his turn.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Look at that. I love it. And the trainer's confident. She's close. Look
Driving dogs. This is ridiculous.
Concentration on his face too. I love it.
And I gotta say, very brave of whomever lent them the car to do this. And did you see there was actually driving dogs something another?
Yeah. It's I think it's a company, or I'm not sure exactly what the company does, but it is a hashtagged business on the side of the car. But I love how they rigged the dog, and it's got like so he can hit the shifter, but then it's got a spot for his elbow, so that way he makes sure that he actually gets the traction on it.
That is so fascinating.
That's cool, but I love that. They've got that extra bit by his elbow to make sure, because obviously he doesn't have the opposable thumbs the orangutan has to go cruising around town. But
I don't know if golf carts that they don't have shifts, so
no, they don't.
It would have been very impressive if they would have taught the orangutan how to stick shift, like with his feet. Wouldn't that have been amazing? Like stick shifting with his feet. Like let's see how this goes to teach an orangutan how to drive a stick shift. That would have been incredible.
To me, that whole time he's driving, he almost has that like that Pepita look of disdain on his face of just like, yeah, whatever. Imagine trying to teach this guy how to drive with the stick shift. You would just be like trying to teach Peep something where she's just like, whatever.
Yeah, don't care. I really don't care. Why are you gonna make me stick shift when I can just get immediate reward from a golf cart?
Already cooler than you. You don't. I don't need to prove anything at my age. I'm already cooler than you. I don't care. I don't care.
Oh, you want more? She's charging for
All right,
for being quiet.
Let's take some Pepita time. She's charging. Oh God, she's charging for being quiet. We've hit a new level, I believe, everybody. She used to be charge you for letting you take her out and being seen with her. Now she's charging just for being quiet.
The thing is, we just came from, before we started this episode, we just came from being outside. So she's charging me for that, and she's sitting right next to me, and she knows if we're talking, I expect her to be quiet, and now she's looking at me like, so.
Okay. Will she let you
So.
grab her? Because then
The
she
what?
just gets disinterested and then she leaves you alone afterwards because she's like, oh, I don't want to be grabbed and picked up and put on camera again. I better
That's why, yeah. So she stays far enough where I can't just lean down and grab her.
go.
I mean, this girl is
She's a smart young lady. She's a smart
Yeah.
young lady.
yeah, she is.
So chimpanzees didn't want to get left out of the fun. It's not just orangutans that can drive around. Chimps, they want to make sure they get their props too. And this guy wants the cart to go faster because you can see him rocking back and forth using that momentum strategy.
That is awesome. He's having a good time. He's more like looking around.
He's
Oh, never mind.
See?
Never mind.
Better. He's like, I'm better than the orangutan. No eyes. Look at me. No eyes.
This is unsettling, by the way. Very unsettling. He's going 15, 6, 17, 18. He's going fast.
Well, it starts going a little faster once he starts getting the rocking motion there. It apparently that actually works. I've tried it in my dad's golf cart. It doesn't do much, but
It's not a swing.
No. And if you guys are thinking what I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure this one's more of a setup. I think the orangutan was actually driving, but this guy's kind of hauling butt there, so I don't think this one is real. I think there's probably somebody pushing the gas and holding the wheel just off camera or something. But wait, this is Maria's job. Maria, you forensic us up here, Maria. Let us know what the professional believes is going on here.
Well, he's actually seems to be holding, even with his bottom leg on his left bottom leg. He was like holding to the wheel for a little bit there.
Okay.
And he may be actually, this one I don't know. This one is hard to tell.
I mean,
because I'm trying to see if his hand muscle movement goes with his his muscle movement goes with the movement of the wheel.
Yeah, he's a little hairy in the forearm. It's hard to see the muscle contraction, but I wasn't even looking at that.
So I was looking to see if his bottom foot. So I couldn't tell, like right there, if he is really or not driving.
Here's my question, my most important question. Look in the bottom right corner at that red light. Is that his seatbelt light? Did he not put a seatbelt on?
He needs a ticket, right?
Golf carts don't have seatbelts, but to me that looks like the seatbelt light. That looks like the classic, like.
Or maybe you're speeding up too fast. Your motor's gonna collapse.
It looks like a human figure down there. I believe that is a.
I don't know. Do golf carts have seatbelts?
No, they don't. They don't. That's why I just thought the whole situation was a little bit perplexing to me. That's why I wanted the professional video forensics analysis over here. I wasn't looking at like muscle twitch on his forearm to see if he was actuating the motion by himself. This is what you're here for, Mar. This is like one of your main functions now.
Yeah.
You somehow accidentally took on this chore and now it's yours. We're going to start doing live streams, and it's all going to be like, pause it at 13 seconds and let us have Maria analyze the foot position. And
maybe I'll do a psychically.
You're just going to do a Schwami and like just get, like use your mystic powers. So when I named the video drivers, I decided to kind of on purpose leave out like the vehicle part because animals can drive, and it doesn't have to be.
as we saw.
But it doesn't have to be a vehicle. Because I would consider
an airplane then?
Yes, you're right. No, an animal driving an airplane. That's crazy.
There was actually a movie in the 80s or 90s about a chimpanzee driving.
It was one of the airplane movies, I'm sure, because there was like Airplane 1, 2, and then 56. But yes, I think he was like the co-pilot or something. He was an orangutan or a chimpanzee.
Mi copiloto was the name in Spanish.
That was that era where it was like animals in the movies were like trendy, and all these poor actors had to work with. Like, I love animals, but trying to work with an animal on set, guys, is just a nightmare because you need the animal to do what it's supposed to do, but then you need everything else also to work, and the animals don't get like, okay, I've done this 6 times. Like, there's a point where the treat doesn't make the difference, or you've already, and then you've got
Or they're tired, or they want to walk. I mean, sometimes we like she'll start demanding stuff.
Well, and that's the thing too. You have to notice that a lot of those animal scenes don't involve like a lot of extra stuff like that. Like you try to minimize the distractions. You try to minimize the things that can go wrong so you can get a good take out of it.
Exactly.
No, but not an airplane. In this case, well, let's see. I actually had some fun chimp facts I wanted to share. Oh, no, I don't. I lied. No chimp facts, guys. Total liar. Ignore everything I just said. Well, we're going to do a chimp video, so I was going to start putting chimp facts in this, and then I was like, well, no, I'm just going to wait. I want to save the for the chimp facts video. I didn't want to burn them here, so. But this guy, I consider this driving. Would this be driving? I mean, it's boating.
Wow.
You're operating. He's going to paddle. Like, this becomes driving to me.
He definitely is. He definitely, look how smart he is.
And then he paddles. Like, this is, to me, this is driving.
Look at how good he is.
I love how casually he takes it when he runs into the tree, though. I like the push off, saving energy. Fantastic.
Yeah, and then he grabs something else in the water. Like there's, oh no, yeah. He grabs something, nothing to push, but.
Yep, beverage or a snack. Then he hits a tree and looks back at whoever's filming like it's their fault.
Maybe they made a noise. He didn't like it.
He's like, what? What, guy? What?
What, was I not supposed to do this? Hello, you left me the tools to make the ride.
I'm assuming the raft is just always there in his enclosure, but I just think that's such a clever, like, addition. We talked about this in one of the Undiscovered Facts videos, how there was the chimpanzee, somebody jumped in and saved the chimpanzee from drowning because they can't swim, but then they put the water moat around for them to escape, or so they don't.
Certain animals, certain monkeys could swim. It's just the chimps are so heavy.
Yeah.
So muscle bound.
No, I just thought that was a good touch in this. You've got a water feature, and then you actually give them rafts and stuff to move around in, because it isn't meant to be a preventative, don't escape kind of thing.
Yeah, they made it really interactive because, as you notice, in the top after he arrives, there's actually some tires there. So you can tell they made it very interactive.
Yeah, let's see, right up there at the top. Yeah, you see the tire swings. There's actually another...
And you can see there's some friends there waiting. It's just very brown. So it must have been in the fall or early spring, wherever they are, because only the coniferous trees are.
So this was tough because he's got a little teeny tiny tail, and I was trying to figure out what kind of animal this was, so we could do some fun facts for these guys. And my best guess.
It's a macaque.
What's that?
It looks like a monkey.
The specific, because some macaques don't have tails, some have long tails. Like, macaque is a really wide breed of monkeys, but this one I'm pretty sure is a pigtailed macaque. Because there's two breeds that have tails with their little stub. There's a stubby tail and then there's a pigtail. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And then I went out and tried to find some fun macaque facts for everybody.
But wait, we're not gonna say them because we're gonna do it in another video.
No, that was the chimpanzee, because it's on the schedule to do the chimpanzee. So I didn't know that we don't have a macaque video coming up. And then we already talked about the Japanese macaques that we showed in a previous video. We talked about how they like to put their food in the salt water to get extra flavor out of it and all that other good stuff. But they're super, super smart animals. I didn't realize this. But there's a stable population of rhesus macaques in Central Florida. Did you know that? There's an actual, there's a wild population of rhesus macaques in Central Florida. They were released onto an island in a swamp as part of a Jungle Cruise attraction in 1938. But people didn't realize that they could swim. So they thought they were using the island as a water barrier because they couldn't swim. We were talking about the chimps. Chimps can't swim. But rhesus macaque can swim. So they basically escaped the island and went on to kind of create their own little troop that's still supposed to be roaming around Central Florida.
I didn't know that. Now I'm gonna have to go find out if huh.
Yeah.
So next time you go to Florida, go find them.
It's a tiny state. I'm sure you'll pass right past them. Next time you're anywhere in Florida, just go check them out. I'm sure they won't be more than 10 to 15 hours away at maximum. Just go check them out.
I mean, go 75 or 95. You know, they're parallel.
Just be careful now if you do go visit them, because now this would be their brethren, the Japanese macaques. But I remember when we were doing that video, we talked about how they actually had learned to steal coins and stuff. And not only did they learn how to steal stuff, because I had this problem in Thailand in Lopburi, where the monkeys basically they would steal stuff from people and then hide it in a little mini temple. You could go in and see all of the stuff that they hid.
Their stash.
People. But the Japanese ones, not only did they learn how to steal coins and stuff from purses, but they got so smart they actually learned how to put the coins inside vending machines. So they could steal the coins, put them in vending machines, and then actually get stuff.
No. I can't believe this. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic.
Oh my goodness.
Uh-huh.
Smart critters. I love it.
Those specific pigtail macaques are actually, and I didn't know this, we were talking about them in a previous video, and we talked about training macaques to pick coconuts in Thailand. It's these specific macaques. It's the pigtailed macaques that were doing it. So,
well, they're also large. They're nice and large, but they're not humongous. But they're nice and large, so they're hefty.
The ones I saw weren't a whole lot bigger than the coconuts they were picking. They were a little bit bigger, but that's part of what makes them so efficient. Is they're small and agile and can get around.
And strong enough.
I forgot the numbers. Although I wrote down the numbers. So a male monkey can average 1,600 coconuts a day picking. Female 600. I don't know why they're that much slower, but a human can only pick around 80 in a day. So you go from 80 to 1,600 when you go from a human picker to them just managing the monkeys doing it.
Wow, that's incredible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You don't have to pay compensation. Just make sure you feed them and treat them right.
What's Monchichi doing over there? She having a hard time?
She is looking at me with intensity because she saw that I have a new source of things here to give her. Okay. So she's looking at me with, hello, feed me. And far away from my reach so I can't grab. You probably have noticed that I've done this several times.
I thought your hair just had gotten really heavy lately and it just kind of was leaning you to the one side since you had it over that shoulder, but...
Yeah, she's looking at me, but yet as soon as I get close to her to grab her, she runs away. No,
actually leave the chair. Go ahead. Go grab her. That way she learns if she's going to fuss, she's going to get picked up and put on camera. She loves that. She loves the camera.
She actually walked away.
I love it.
May I hold you, please? Can I hug you? She's looking at me like, don't you dare. Like, don't you
give me the treat.
I'm gonna go grab you. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. I caught something. I caught a critter.
There she is. She seems
She's driving us insane, peeps. Tell us all about it.
Yes, she's so I don't think I've met a dog that dislikes the camera more than Peeps. Like that dog looks like
really
my
does.
sister in her like teen years. She's like camera other way.
See, ever since I adopted her, like I will put a camera near her and she will write. I don't know how she learned. So
you know what?
Very bizarre.
The other day you were talking about how so Pepita was a rescue for people that don't know that, but you were saying that you tried to put clothes on her once and she was super comfortable with it.
Yeah, like we it was cold outside and we put a jacket on and she was very comfortable. My girlfriend started giving me clothing for her and complex pieces of clothes like a pajama with leggies and everything. Okay. And she would just lean back and let me put it on.
I'm wondering if that might be part of why she doesn't like cameras. Whoever owned her before clearly used to dress her up if she's that comfortable with it, but then they maybe like uncomfortable, made her like fashion model or like be on video or something like that. I wonder if those two are tied together in any way, shape, or form.
Probably. But you can see she's very stressed out right now.
Yes.
Very
Hey.
stressed.
Sometimes she just like looks awkwardly uncomfortable. There's been a couple times you've had her on the show, and I'm like, I hope this is not the first show people have seen and they know that Pepita loves her dog or Maria loves her dog, because Peeps was like, put me down. I'm miserable. I don't want to be here. Put me down. And you're
That's
like,
true.
I'm just talking.
Yeah, it's like I'm not ignoring her. She's comfortable, and if she wants to be out, she moves.
Uh-huh.
So,
Uh-huh.
but I hope you can hear her snoring.
While she's wide awake.
Yes.
Oh man. So Mara, I have one hypothetical for you then before we round this out. If you were gonna pick an animal, like you did not have the ability to drive for whatever reason, and you needed to get somewhere in a hurry, and you had to pick an animal to drive you there, but it can't be something with an opposable thumb. What animal would you rely on to get you to, like, say you got to get to the hospital? What animal's driving the car? It's got to be a car.
Does he have to be driving a car? Because I was gonna go with a Pegasus. I'm going with a Pegasus.
They can't
One
like
horsepower. 1 horsepower.
That's what? No, no.
Mustang. 1 horsepower Mustang.
All right, I know my workaround for this hypothetical question. Maria just gave me an idea. I've got it now. I'd like to see what Maria's answer is going to be, but I know mine.
So hold on. The premise is
You're
it's
in
a car. He has to drive a car.
You're in a vehicle and you need an animal to get you to the hospital. Who's driving?
It cannot be a monkey because we said nothing with opposable thumbs.
Thumbs.
I have it.
What do you got?
You're not gonna believe it.
I won't.
I actually think we can go with a panda.
Panda. Okay.
They have like an extra bone.
Oh, technicality. The wrist bone for peeling the bamboo is technically not an opposable thumb. Maria is going, so he can control the wheel. Ooh, well done. Well done. I went with, thanks to your suggestion, somehow attach him to the vehicle, put it in neutral, and just let the horse run me there like it's an old-time carriage.
It's too heavy for the poor horse.
We didn't say what kind of car.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll pick the lightest possible car. And the
Oh,
biggest.
okay. So hold on. I need to go to the hospital. Let me pick up the lightest car so you can actually. Let me tie you to it.
Clydesdale, like Clydesdale in like a Yugo or something, and then like one of those circus clown cars, and then a Clydesdale, and then I'm gonna strap a rope around him, and I'm gonna Santa style, and he's gonna get me where I need to go. I'm using that one.
Peeps, you want to drive me around? I mean, she drives us crazy already to begin with, don't ya?
All right, guys.
That's hilarious.
We're going to make this one a short one. It was a very narrow topic. I just saw the orangutan driving the car, and then I saw the fish first, which is what was the impetus for this entire video.
That fish was amazing.
And I was like, all right, how do I get this fish into something? And then sometimes, these guys, sometimes these topics are like dogs swimming, and sometimes they're like animals parachuting with their partners on triangle-shaped devices. No, I don't ever get that specific.
Sounds perfect. Let's do a whole video about triangle-shaped devices that animals ride.
I'm thinking of one clip I'm going to show later, though, that you're going to enjoy. You're going to be like, ooh. But you're right. We couldn't do a whole video out of it. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please click the subscribe button. We apologize if things were a little draggy in this one. We haven't recorded for a couple days, and it feels like forever for some reason. And Peeps clearly enjoyed it in her own Pepita fashion.
She's happy right now. I mean, she's being petted. She's being held.
All right. Well, we'll make the after show all about Peeps somehow.
Let's do it.
Some way. All right. We'll see you over there, guys. Subscribers, jump on over. Everybody else, go ahead and write in the comments. Maria will put a post on the YouTube community tab and the Patreon. If you guys are catching us on any podcast, you can go over to Patreon. It's a free section. And let us know what animal you would let you drive to the hospital if you really needed to get there in a hurry. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.